Well, let's try this again. Vince, Larry, come on out.
Hello.
Where's your partner, Larry?
You mean where's my partner, Vince? He won't be joining us.
What's the problem?
Vince is really suffering from a case of burnout. I think it had something to do with the head-on test the other day with the gas tanker.
Is there anything we can do to help?
For the past few weeks, Vince has been seeking psychiatric care.
Yeah, I can't believe you tell people I've been seeing a shrink.
What happened, Vince?
Well, first of all, he asked me what I did for a living. I had told him I crashed cars into concrete walls at high rates of speed. Every now and then I'll drive off a bridge or slam into a motorhome. Look at me, I said I'm a dummy.
What'd the shrink say?
Said not to be so hard on myself. Then I explained I'm a crash dummy. It's my job to prove how safety belts save lives. I thought he understood, until he asked me what's the first thing that goes through my mind in a head-on collision.
What is the first thing that goes through your mind, Vince?
The steering wheel.
Unless I'm driving, then it's the dash.
Yeah. You know, thousands of people are dying every year, needlessly, because they don't take the time to buckle up. It was turning me into a real Looney Tune.
Was the shrink able to get your head on straight?
You trying to be funny? Let's just say that things were going fine until I mentioned that my mother was a dummy, too.
Let's talk about how the two of you got together.
We kept running into each other down at the test track.
Yeah, I could see the kid had a good head on his shoulders. He kept eating dashboard hors d'oeuvres day after day just to prove how safety belts save lives. He never complained, this kid.
Did you go to school to learn how to be crash test dummies?
I graduated from Notre Dame.
You mean Notre Dame, don't you?
We're dummies. I went to Notre Dame.
Yeah, not many people know this, but Larry there is a Rhodes Scholar, if you know what I mean.
Where'd you go to school at, Vince?
Oh, man, I graduated from the School of Hard Knocks with very high marks. Skid marks.
Did either one of you guys ever consider another line of work?
I played professional football for a while.
Larry.
Okay, I was a tackle dummy once for the Bears, but they traded me for a blocking sled to be named later. I'll tell you, getting hit by the refrigerator beats getting hit by a truckload of small appliances.
Did you ever try anything else, Vince?
I thought about professional boxing, but I got a fiberglass jaw.
So you're going to stick it out?
You trying to be funny again? Of course, me and Larry have got to keep trying to convince people to buckle their safety belts every time they get in their car.
And if that takes eating more cream of fender soup, then we'll keep doing it until everyone buckles up.
Yeah.
So if you guys ever get out of the crash test business, you'd like to play some football?
Yeah, going one-on-one with a concrete girder isn't all it's cracked up to be either. Boy, those things are hard to fake out.
Football isn't easy. Have you ever been sacked?
It took 3 sack loads to pick up all my pieces after the Dummy Bowl.
The Dummy Bowl, what's that?
You never heard of the Dummy Bowl, the Super Bowl of crash testing?
4 cars try to beat the red light at a busy intersection. And, of course, nobody's wearing safety belts.
When you don't wear a safety belt, nobody wins.
Vince, there's a rumor that you guys won out of the crash test dummy business altogether.
Let me say first that you can never get out of the crash dummy business altogether. It's usually in bits and pieces. Well, there was a time recently when I felt I'd eaten my last windshield sandwich, you're correct.
What seemed to be the problem?
For years, I've been flossing my teeth with fan belts, and I felt it was all for nothing. Thousands of people were dying every year because they didn't take the time to buckle up.
So what changed your mind?
My partner, Larry.
I felt if we could convince just one person to buckle up, just one, then all those crash tests would have been worth it.
So the two of you will continue to be partners.
They'd have to pry me away from my job as a crash dummy.
Larry, they do pry you away every day.
Well, it's good to know the two of you guys are going to be together for some time. Let's go take a look at some of Vince and Larry's past work.
That's it. I'm history. End of the road.
You can't quit, Vince. No crash dummy takes out a utility pole like you do.
Larry, for years I've been proving how safety belts save lives, but nobody's listening.
Sure they are.
Yeah, that's why thousands die in car accidents every year. I feel like I'm banging my head against the wall.
Come on, Vince. Tomorrow's the big day. 2 compacts. Head on.
High speed?
Could save a life.
I'll be there.
Yeah.
You could learn a lot from a dummy. Buckle your safety belt.
I hear you guys are going on tour to promote a new album.
It's called the Smash Hits of Vince and Larry.
Or a.k.a. Vince and Larry Take It to the Streets.
We got all our heavy metal hits on it.
And a couple of others that didn't make the hit parade, so to speak.
Does it have the Vince and Larry polka?
Does a crash dummy munch metal? Huh? Does it? Huh? Does it?
Want to hear some of it?
Of course he does.
We are the Dummies crashing on through.
busting our heads just for you.
My name is Vince. This job makes me sore. If you'd buckle up, I wouldn't do it no more.
They call me Larry. I'm a dummy too. When you don't buckle up, the dummy is you. Buckle that belt.
What other songs are on it?
Well, there's Jumpin' Jack Crash and Love Me Fender.
Don't forget Man in the Rearview Mirror, Vince. Me and Vince have been headbangers for years, so we formed our original group, The Missing Parts.
As music historians will no doubt recall after a run-in with a couple of band members, that little dummy humor there, we became the Crankshaft, and that begat the Exhaust Sniffers.
And it's a great way to get the message out there to buckle your safety belt.
Now that you guys are a couple of major music stars, do you have any groupies?
Hey, they're all over us like broken glass.
Just the other day, a dashboard dolly wanted to know if I'd like to strap it on with her, but I told her I'm a dummy. I don't get to wear a safety belt.
I'd like to thank Vince and Larry for stopping by today.
We can't stand here flapping our jaw all day, not with people out there to save.
Just remember to buckle your safety belt every time you get in the car.
It's the smart thing to do.
See you guys later. Break a leg.
A regular comedian.
Yeah.
I'll drive. Give me the keys, Larry.
Hey, no way I'm driving.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No,
I
you're
am
not.
too.
No, you're not. Oh, it ain't working, Larry. Nobody's listening.
Sure they are. Look at them. They're buckled up.
Hey,
Them too.
so maybe eating all these dashboard hors d'oeuvres is worth it.
For sure.
Hey, let's head back.
Hey, buddy, I didn't know you knew how to drive.
Drive? Drive? Whoa!
You could learn a lot from a dummy. Buckle your safety belt.